Have you ever noticed that one person in your friend group who always seems to control everything, without ever being obviously aggressive? They subtly decide who gets invited, who feels included, and what opinions are safe to express. If you've ever walked on eggshells around a friend or felt drained after hanging out with them, there's a chance you're dealing with what I call a social puppet master. Welcome back to Influence Trap, the place where we uncover the hidden tactics manipulators use and teach you how to protect yourself from psychological traps that can quietly ruin your confidence, peace, and relationships. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because once you start noticing these patterns, you'll never see your relationships the same way again. And if anything I say in this video resonates with your experience, leave a comment below. Your voice might help someone else feel less alone. Now let's get into it. A social puppet master is not just a bossy friend or a confident planner. They are subtle manipulators who operate like chess players, creating drama behind the scenes while appearing innocent or even helpful. Let's look at how they operate. They are often the information hub in your friend group, always the first to tell you someone's secret, drama, or opinion. But it's never just honest sharing, it's curated information, shared in a way that makes you feel dependent on their version of the truth. They'll say things like, "I shouldn't tell you this, but I think you deserve to know," or "I'm only saying this because I care." Sounds familiar? Then comes their need to create artificial scarcity. They host hangouts with limited space, make mini inner circles, and use exclusivity as a tool of control. "Wish I could invite everyone," they'll say. But somehow you're always left guessing if you're really in or out. They're also the victim and hero in every situation. They act like they're constantly being attacked or misunderstood, while portraying themselves as the only one mature enough to help the group heal. "I'm the only one who really cares," they say. But somehow drama follows them like a shadow. Now let's dig into the exact manipulation tactics they use. First up, triangulation. This is when they involve a third person in a conflict that could be solved directly. If two friends have a minor issue, the manipulator jumps in, feeding misinformation to both sides, making the conflict worse, while making themselves appear essential. Next, emotional leverage. They prey on your insecurities, your people-pleasing tendencies, and your fear of being If they know you value loyalty, they'll say things like, "A real friend would have my back." They twist your identity into a weapon. And then there's historical revision. They slowly rewrite events to make themselves look like the victim or the savior. Over time, you begin to doubt your own memory. "Remember when I defended you?" they'll say, when in truth, they may have done the opposite. All of this has a heavy psychological impact. Trust in the group erodes. People become anxious, guarded, and paranoid. You start second-guessing everything, and feel more isolated than ever, even when surrounded by friends. That's the cruel paradox. You feel loneliest around people who are supposed to be your support system. If this sounds like something you've experienced, let me tell you this. Your instincts are not wrong, and you don't have to accept that this is what friendship looks like. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, go on an information diet. Stop sharing anything personal with a manipulator. Keep your responses vague. Don't feed them material they can twist. Second, communicate directly. If someone tells you something dramatic, go to the source. Most of the time, you'll find the story has been spun. Third, observe the patterns. Who's always in the middle of conflict? Who benefits when others are divided? Don't get caught in the moment. Zoom out. Fourth, build one-on-one connections outside the group context. Strengthen relationships that don't rely on the manipulator's presence. And finally, trust your gut. If someone constantly makes you feel unsure, anxious, or less confident, that's a sign. Healthy friendships build you up, not weigh you down. If you've ever dealt with a social puppet master, share your story in the comments below. No names, just your experience. Someone watching this might feel seen for the first time because of what you share. And if this video helped you, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. You never know who might be quietly suffering in a toxic dynamic. Don't forget to subscribe to the Influence Trap. We break down psychological manipulation every single week, and you deserve to understand the games people play with your mind. Stay aware, stay strong, and remember, you are not a puppet, and your mind is not a playground for someone else's control. I'll see you in the next one.